It is better to keep your mouth closed and let people think you are a fool than to open it and remove all doubt. It's not the size of the dog in the fight, it's the size of the fight in the dog. If you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. If it's your job to eat a frog, it's best to do it first thing in the morning. And if it's your job to eat 2 frogs, it's best to eat the biggest one first. In the first place, God made idiots. That was for practice. Then he made school boards. Anger is an acid that can do more harm to the vessel in which it is stored than to anything on which it is poured. The fear of death follows from the fear of life. A man who lives fully is prepared to die at any time. Patriotism is supporting your country all the time, and your government when it deserves it. Forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. You can't depend on your eyes when your imagination is out of focus. I am an old man and have known a great many troubles, but most of them never happened. Good friends, good books and a sleepy conscience, this is the ideal life. Don't go around saying the world owes you a living. The world owes you nothing. It was here first. It ain't those parts of the Bible that I can't understand that bother me, it is the parts that I do understand. The only way to keep your health is to eat what you don't want, drink what you don't like, and do what you'd rather not. Part of the secret of a success in life is to eat what you like and let the food fight it out inside. There are basically 2 types of people. People who accomplish things, and people who claim to have accomplished things. The first group is less crowded. A man's character may be learned from the adjectives which he habitually uses in conversation. Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities, truth isn't. Don't part with your illusions. When they are gone, you may still exist, but you have ceased to live. When we remember we are all mad, the mysteries disappear and life stands explained. Giving up smoking is the easiest thing in the world. I know because I've done it thousands of times. The difference between the almost right word and the right word is really a large matter. 'Tis the difference between the lightning bug and the lightning. Thunder is good, thunder is impressive, but it is lightning that does the work. But who prays for Satan? Who, in 18 centuries, has had the common humanity to pray for the one sinner that needed it most? Grief can take care of itself, but to get the full value of a joy you must have somebody to divide it with. I don't like to commit myself about heaven and hell, you see, I have friends in both places. It is by the goodness of God that in our country we have those 3 unspeakably precious things, freedom of speech, freedom of conscience, and the prudence never to practice either of them. Life would be infinitely happier if we could only be born at the age of 80 and gradually approach 18. Noise proves nothing. Often a hen who has merely laid an egg cackles as if she laid an asteroid. When people do not respect us we are sharply offended, yet in his private heart no man much respects himself. Everything human is pathetic. The secret source of humor itself is not joy but sorrow. There is no humor in heaven. Travel is fatal to prejudice, bigotry, and narrow-mindedness, and many of our people need it sorely on these accounts. Work consists of whatever a body is obliged to do. Play consists of whatever a body is not obliged to do. The man who does not read good books has no advantage over the man who cannot read them. The finest clothing made is a person's own skin, but, of course, society demands something more than this. Under certain circumstances, urgent circumstances, desperate circumstances, profanity provides a relief denied even to prayer. Training is everything. The peach was once a bitter almond, cauliflower is nothing but cabbage with a college education. She was not quite what you would call refined. She was not quite what you would call unrefined. She was the kind of person that keeps a parrot. India has 2 million gods and worships them all. In religion, all other countries are paupers, India is the only millionaire.